Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Data Driven Decisions. In my last videos, I showed a validation technique where I snapshot KPIs on the entire table and accumulate those snapshots day over day. Every time the program runs, a new row is created, and I analyze the change over time. Um, I just kind of realized that with my ecosystem, the personal finance ecosystem, the data is very small. This is just my personal finances. The monthly finance table has 150 rows. The biggest table is the transaction table, and that maybe has 10,000. And, what's big? A big table is something like 100 million. And, no matter how many times I snapshot the entire data and just stack and stack and stack, it's not going to be that large compared to the data I work with for clients or, for my past companies. Anytime you're in a big business, you know, they're swarming with data. All businesses, all corporations run off of data systems, systems to manage their businesses. So in this video, I figure why not just show how to build such a thing, how to build a snapshot table of the entire tables. And, in a future video, we can build visuals off that, and that would be really cool. I'd like to see my finances today compared to exactly what they were seen as a month ago. And with any data project, you can't answer that question because data just updates itself and it loses its history. As a new changes are made, it just overwrites the old. And the only way to really know exactly what was said or what was told a month ago, you got to snapshot that data. And it's just it's going to turn into a big table, but nothing too large. So let's do it, and we'll do it the right way. A big fear of this table is if new rows or new columns ever get added to these tables, a simple union is not going to cut it. It's going to not stack correctly. Different fields will stack on top of each other if they're not in the perfect order. So we got to make sure we do this the long way. We define every single field in table one, the table you're going to throw into the history table, and you define all the fields in the history table in the exact order, and you union all that. So you're defining it. So if ever a new field is in the history table, you're going to have to manually add it to the history table, because the code as itself just won't define it, unless you add it. Since you're defining the fields, new fields don't get included. That's what you get out of a star. The most common query is select star, but there are benefits to defining queries. When you're stacking, you gotta always define the correct order of the fields, because it's a simple stack. They don't match field for field. They just stack. So you got to put them in the right order. So let me share my screen and I'll show you how this is done. All right, so my favorite table is the monthly finances table. So I'm at the bottom of my big query. Let me Why can't I zoom in? I can't zoom in. But we first want to grab all the fields from the monthly finances table. So let's just find that. Go left. Find 3. And okay, so here's monthly finances. Let's capture this right here. This is just a field list in order. And let's save it as a CSV. Let's open it. All right, so here's just the field list. And all I'm going to do is write a function that says boom, boom, comma, boom, and boom. Just easy way to write code. All right, now let's take that to the bottom. Select from all right, so we just have the query just with all fields defined. Remember what I said, we have to do this. So if we don't do this, things will break. All right, we just got to get rid of this first comma. Run. All right. We're going to add let's see, we're going to use some stuff from validation. Where's this query? Or we want current date and current time. Current date, current time. All right, so now we got the segmentation. And that's all I want, keep it bare. I'll enrich it in future queries. Now we got the timestamp. All right, let's define this as the first initial history table. Monthly finances. History. That will be the final table name. Select statement on the bottom. All right, so we got this table called history. And now let's duplicate this query right above. Um, this is going to be the query we insert into that table. Same exact query, and we're going to define it again. But we're going to comment out the history code. So monthly finances history, latest run. That's what it is. Okay. We got two fields created, two tables created. Same exact schema. And let's grab some code right here. All right. Insert into monthly finances history. Select all from history latest run. Select all from monthly finances history. All right, let's run this. This should now have two sets of history to it. $312. So 716. It's got two timestamps. Yep. So that's right. All right. Now we got to enrich it. Let's comment this out. We'll never have to run this again, but we're going to save it because of future creation leaves that step in there saying, hey, first create that initial history table. We just comment that out. And let's grab like this code enriches it quite nicely. We're going to use some of that. Let's see what's going on. So we got monthly finance history as the from table. And we're going to month start date. Let's see if this boom. Finances, monthly finances, history, enriched, one, monthly date. We got it right here too. Monthly finances history. Change the table name down here. Let's just first run query and not create anything. All right, that doesn't have Get rid of that. $312. Order by runs ago. Runs ago isn't right. We gotta add order by current date. Runs ago. Runs ago. Partition by the primary key of the table. Runs ago, 1. Runs ago within month. Partition runs ago within month. Doo, doo, doo. Beautiful. Month start date is in there. Current date. All right. So we got this table. Runs ago within month, runs ago within day. Order by. The order by should be um, runs ago and year month. A month ago. All right, that's it. So let's just create the final table now. All right, that's it. Three hundred and 12 rows. Let's run it again. It should have half more, 50% more. Let's comment this. All right, there it goes. It has a third run in it now, so it's working. And oh, save it. All right, there we go. All right, now we can bring this into Power BI. And we go into Power Query. Let's go to recent sources. Google BigQuery. Monthly finances, history enriched. Import. All right, here we are. And we might need to adjust, make them dollars, stuff like that. But it's in there. So we got it now in Power BI. Let's open up a new. Monthly finances, history enriched. Find runs ago. Runs ago. Don't summarize. Um, don't summarize. And just do like net worth. And when you plot it, basically, I mean, it's just, I'll have a run chart to show exactly what took place. And, each snapshot is the same for this, but um, this will be a great way to study exact change that took place. So now I will be really snapshotting every time I make a change in my personal finances. I'll have that history stored, at least from this monthly finance, and I can do this with the other tables. The other tables are transactions, which might not, and monthly budget, which really doesn't need it because I never make changes to that. I never go to the past and change things, or I don't in this, but there's no future to the budget. Really, this one's the only table. I think what would be even better, in the last video, I turned it into columnar. I should do it with this table too. It would be really big, but the problem with this table is it's very wide. It has a ton of fields. Um, it'd be nice to turn each field into just an attribute value of a single column and make this a very, very long table with but skinny. That will take a while, but I'll probably do that just to show it. But that's the end of this video. I hope you liked seeing how easy it is to snapshot a table, and it does come in use. And when the table's small, you really don't have to worry about it blowing up and getting too big. This table is only like 112 rows, so every time this runs, the history table just increases by 100 rows. So nothing too crazy. And what's big? Big is like 100 million, a billion. Even a billion is not that big. BigQuery could handle it. The cost wouldn't be too crazy. So I can just keep letting this ride, and now I will have a really nice way to study exact history as it was time stamped on a given date. So that's awesome. That's something you don't get in normal BI projects because you're only working off one set of data, and that data overwrites itself every day. Changes get made, and it just overwrites the past. But sometimes you really want to see things exactly as they were a month ago, just so you're like, wait, I remember it being like this, but now it doesn't look like that. And it's like, what was that me, or did I really see something? And that assures you, it's like, yes, yes, it did actually um, show that on that given day. So I'm not going crazy. So it gives yourself some assurance. Yeah, I think this is actually the only table I'll need to snapshot like this. I mean, this is really a table with history and future, and things really change. It's like a calculator. So it'd be nice to really just see everything on every day. So I hope you like this video. Have a good one.